Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. My name is Matty Collins and in today's video I'm super pumped because we're going to be checking out the MountDog studio light setup. It's 3 light stands, it's 3 soft boxes, and it's 3 lights, and it also comes with this pretty nifty boom arm. So we're going to be looking into that. It's $100 on Amazon. It was the cheapest option that I could find, so let's learn more about it. So if you guys are just starting your YouTube journey, or maybe you have a small business and you want to start doing your own product photography, we're going to be talking about the MountDog light setup, so let's go. So let's talk a little bit about how I ended up with this MountDog very budget-friendly light setup. So I was going to be going with the Godox brand, and I was going to be getting the SL60. That was going to run me about $150 US, but that was missing like the light stands, and I didn't get a boom arm, and I would have been just like shelling out extra money for these higher end stands. So I was thinking to myself, this is getting pretty expensive. I wish there was like a kit or a combo that had everything all together. So that's when I stumbled across this MountDog light setup, and honestly, I'm pretty happy with it. It's a 3-piece light setup, and it does have some extra accessories that we are going to be talking about today. So let's talk a little bit about quality. You do have to be mindful that this light setup is only $100, and it is targeted towards beginners. But the quality itself, especially of the light stands, is a little bit flimsy. You can tell even the text on the back of the lights is just a little bit faded, and you can tell that these are like mass produced and just pumped out, and quality is not something they're looking for. However, do I think they'll stand up for my needs? Yeah, definitely. And is it doing the trick right now? Did it make a night and day difference on my set? For sure. One thing I really want to talk about in this kit is the boom arm, because there's a lot of variety to be had in owning a boom arm. You can tell right now that you could put like a mic setup. Make sure I have power, and now we should be hearing audio from the Rode mic. I'm kind of reminding myself a little bit of Caleb from DSLR Video Shooter right now, but he's kind of my hero, so that's badass. And you could zoom in and obviously have that out of the shot. You could also put a camera on it, and you could do kind of like a top-down product photography type thing. What else could we do with it? We could add, there's a whole nother light head that attaches onto there that I'm not even using right now. It's still put away in the box. And yeah, honestly, I'm just loving it. You can make like your angles of lighting change. So I don't know, the opportunities are endless with the boom arm, and if you are just getting into this, getting creative in the ways that you could use this could actually make your content stand out from someone else's. Be sure to like this video if you are gaining some value here, and I'll wait a second. 3, 2, 1, leave a like. Okay, thanks so much. Let's dive back in. To finish today's video, I want to talk a little bit about the pros and the cons. Let's start first with the cons because I made a list, and then I'll talk a little bit about what I like about it. Obviously, the price is one of them. So the downsides is that yes, the lights are flimsy. I already talked about that, but they work. You know, if you tighten them strong enough, sometimes it feels like you're going to snap off the clamp if you're tightening too hard, but you actually have to, otherwise they're going to move on their own. But that being said, I have it all set up right now. Just don't expect the sturdiest things in the world. They can't use batteries, so you have to be near a power source, or like you have to just be mindful to have like, there's gonna be wires around, and you're also gonna need power cables or extenders. The light bulbs are gonna burn out over time because they sent me 1, 2, 3, 4 times 3. That's 12 different light bulbs to just plug in to all the sockets, and those will obviously burn out over time. They are kind of big in, like, look at my setup, it's kind of insane. So if you have space like a shop like I do, that's obviously pretty nice to have. But if you're in a bedroom or whatever, this is gonna take up like all of your space. Last thing I'll say is about that wicked boom arm. There are definitely some weight limitations that you have to be mindful of. It just kind of goes in a slot on the other side, and it's not really fastened properly. So I would be a little bit mindful of that shaking and moving around if you put a heavier mirrorless camera on it. But in terms of like a mic or just a light setup or a smaller camera, it would definitely do the trick in terms of holding. That boom arm, after I cursed it all night, dropped, and it was a near miss but almost into an oil pan. And then that would have been goodbye for my Rode microphone. Okay, to finish up, let's talk about some pros. So like I say, $100 for 1, 2, 3 lights. Again, another one attaches on here. You have accessories like a boom arm. I was gonna buy just the head of a really nice key light for $150. Again, I would have been going into light stands and nicer soft boxes, and you know, you can get down a rabbit hole. And that's why I think for some people, this price point and what these lights are doing in terms of the key light and the fill light on my face are just, it's totally enough for 90% of the people out there. I would even venture to say that like on a smaller client gig, this would give me just that little bit extra light and extra boost that I might need in indoor situations, especially if I was shooting with not a fast lens. So are these lights worth it? Absolutely, hands down. If you are a beginner, for sure, especially like a first-time YouTuber and you have the space to have all this set up in a room, maybe you, like I mentioned before, you're a small business owner and you want to start getting into product photography. Again, this is a really good option. Maybe you don't have natural light and beautiful windows that are diffused like these lights are. They're not so powerful, but they do have 2 dimmer switches on it. You can go 50% or 100%, so there's another pro for you. But honestly, I don't think you can go wrong. Anyways, if you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you. You're a real one. We'll see you in the next one. Be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. Zai Jin. Peace.